Okay, gentlemen, I'm recording this session. Anybody have any problem, please do let me know right now. Otherwise, you can leave the meeting. The exercise which we're going to do is called Ppdt. I'm going to share one picture for 30 seconds. You have to observe the picture very carefully. After observing the picture, you'll get 1 minute to write down the details. In details, you have to write the number of characters you have seen, what is their age, mood, and gender. If you see a male, mark it as a M. If you see a female, mark it as a F. If you're not able to recognize the gender, mark it as a P. Age, whatever you're perceiving. Mood could be negative, positive, and neutral. Negative, you have to mark with the minus, positive with the plus, neutral with the O. You're not supposed to describe the picture, you have to write the story around the picture. Okay, what has happened in the past, what is going on in the present, and what could be the likely outcome of it. Once I ask you, please put your pen down, means you have to put your pen down. You're not supposed to write anything after that. And you have to encircle your protagonist or a hero. All clear? Anybody have any doubt? Okay, great. All clear? Himanshu, change your name to Dimri. 7, okay? Okay, Vijay, please start.
Hello everyone. From the picture, I have perceived there is two characters of age group 23 to 24. And the central character of my story is Justin. And the action of my story is to pursue our dream. Justin was a college student. After completed his graduation, he decided to join the defense forces. So he started preparing for CDS exam. After 2-3 attempts, he cleared his SSB interview and then joined the Indian Military Academy in Dehradun, where he started his journey and faced the trauma to change himself into gentleman, and also he took the training to use the weapons, and also to fight in the battlefield. And after completed his training, he joined the Indian Army and served the nation. Thank you.
Friends, I have pursued two main characters, all of male of the age between 25 to 30. The mode of the picture is positive. My action plan is capturing the forward post. Ram was a brave officer in the Indian Army who was posted at the forward post. From the intelligence unit, he got the information about the movements of the enemy who were just trying to enter the border. He and his team immediately rushed to the place and launched an offense. When they attacked, they did not give any chance for the enemy to get escaped, and it was completely a surprise attack and destroyed them completely. Ram was very happy and appreciated all their efforts. In the future also, they have done many successful operations for the nation. Thank you.
Good evening, gentlemen. From the picture, I pursued two characters. Both are male. Age is 24, and mode is negative. Ram and Sham both are defense candidates, and they are undergoing through training. As a part of their training, they had to go to a nearby forest and complete the assigned task and return back. And so Ram and Sham went to the nearby forest with their weapons and completed the task and returned back. And the commanding officer was impressed because of their good coordination. Thank you.
Good evening, gentlemen. According to my perception, I perceive two characters. All are of approximately age 24 to 26. So the action I perceive is killing the terrorist. So Naval, who was a who is posted as lieutenant in the Poonch sector in Kashmir, once got an intel that that some of the terrorists are organizing some plans to destroy some places. For that purposely, he took his troop and went there. They were surprised that the terrorists attacked them. So some of their soldiers lost their lives at the time, and two of them saved themselves and hide in the garden. So from there, Naval took a clear shot of the head of the terrorist and killed them all. Thank you.
Good evening, gentlemen. From this picture, I have seen two main characters. Both of them are soldiers in Indian Army. Both of them are going in a war, and both of them have a gun with them and hide themselves behind a tree and fought the enemy in front of fought, fought with their enemies bravely and won the war and returned back to their camp. Thank you.
Good evening, gentlemen. From picture, I perceive two male character. Main character is Joy. Mood is positive and age around 24. Another is male, mood positive, age around 23. So my action of my story, neutralizing terrorist camp. So Jay is 24-year-old, newly appointed in Jammu Kashmir, is an army officer. One day he got an order to neutralize a terrorist camp near the Poonch sector. So he organized his teams and mobilized arms and ammunitions, briefed them, planned for attack, and briefed them and set out for the attack. After successful operation, they succeeded to neutralize the terrorist camp and came back to the post with the terrorists. Thank you.
Very good evening, gentlemen. From the given picture, I perceive there are two male characters, one in the age of 32 and the other in the age of 26. The action of my story is this is a counter-insurgency operation. Upon receiving information that the insurgents have resurfaced in the Chhattisgarh area, the commanding officer of the CRPF has mobilized his men along with all the necessary armaments to counter the insurgents in the densely forested areas. Now they are hiding in the forest areas and waiting for the appropriate moment to launch an attack on the insurgents. Thank you.
Good evening, friends. From the projected picture, I have perceived two characters, both male, age 24 to 26, in a positive mood. The action of my story is reducing the infiltration. Captain Pankaj was the leader of his troops. As soon as he got to know about the infiltration by terrorists in the nearby line of control, rushed to the spot where they did a proper ambush surrounding the hiding spot of the terrorists and tried to control the situation. Captain made some announcement over speakers to the terrorists to surrender. Hearing the captain's voice, the terrorists had no option rather than surrendering towards the forces. They surrendered off, and captain and his troops took them to the custody and returned back. Thank you.
Jai Hind, everyone. From the given picture, I have perceived two male characters, aged between 24 to 26 years. All are in neutral mode, and the action of my story is tackling the Naxals. Ajay, 26-year-old, is a captain in Indian Army, was posted in the Kusmi jungle. One day he got to know about the Naxal who are hiding in the jungle, and after that Ajay plan a mission to tackle the Naxal, and he with his teammates go to the jungle and told to his teammates to hide himself in the back of the tree and move forward towards the Naxal. And he said to the Naxal to surrender, but they are not taking her warning to the in a serious way. Ajay take a shot to the one of the Naxal, and After that, all the Naxal were get himself surrender, and they come after that. Thank you.
Good evening, gentlemen. According to my perceptions, there are two characters in the story. Both are male, both are in positive mood, and both are 23 to 24 years old. Vineet, a captain in the Indian Army, got the intelligence that terrorists are hiding in the forest area. After that, uh, with the proper planning, they counter those terrorists. At the time of countering, one of his soldier lost his helmet, so he cover fire him, and he saved one of his soldier at that time, and he counter the terrorist, and successfully defeated the terrorist and capture that area. And thank you.
Gentlemen, I have perceived multiple characters in the picture. There is Arjun, who is the central character of my story, who is 28 years old, and my theme of the story is cleaning the operation to clean the valley. Arjun, who is an Indian Army officer, who is captain, and who was recently posted in Jammu and Kashmir in Rashtriya Rifles 26 as an commanding officer. Being a company commander there, he got information that there were some intruders, there were militant group was very active in the area, and Arjun had one plan. He made one plan along with his troops, and one night they got into the forest and they attacked into the territory of the militants. They encircled all the camps of the militants, and they killed many of the militants, and few of them were captured by the army, and they took back those personals into their custody, and took out the relevant information which was necessary for the army purpose. Thank you.
Good evening, friends. I have perceived two male characters from the picture which is shown to us. Their age is between 20 to 30 years. Mood is positive. Action of my story is insurgency operation. My story goes like this. Vikas was a SI in CRPF and posted in Chhattisgarh Naxali area. One day he was asked to do patrolling in the jungle area with his fellow soldiers. So he left for patrolling in the night time. After walking some distance, he was found that some Naxali were sitting in their respective camps. So he immediately asked his team members to take cover and wait for the further orders. So he made a plan with his team members to neutralize all the Naxalis. After some time, he with his team members neutralize all the Naxalis and make sure the team members' health condition. And after this incident, he immediately talked to the higher officials and tell all about this incident. And after some time, they return back to their base camp. Thank you.
Okay, once again.
Good evening, gentlemen. From the picture, I have perceived two male characters who are in the age group of 23-24. They are in neutral mode. The action of my story is averting the terrorist infiltration. Abhay, who is a company commander of 9 Parasaf, one day got an intel that there was a terrorist infiltration in the area. He suddenly he called his members and briefed them about that area, and he told them that we'll be coordinating that area. After that, they went to that place where a gun battle started. In this, one of his soldiers got injured, got wounds, and after that, he told the medical team to take him to the base hospital, and while they will avoid this terrorist attack. And after a fierce gunfight, they captured those terrorists and they took them to the base. Thank you.
Good evening, gentlemen. From the picture, I perceive two characters, both male, both age is 23-year-old, and both in neutral mode. Action of the story is surveillance around borderline. Ram, a 23-year-old young soldier, One day he noticed some activity around the borderline area and asked his teammate to look for it, but it was nothing and just local people moving around. And then he advised him to not to move in that area and showed them path. Thank you.
Good evening, friends. From the picture shown to us, I perceived two characters. Both are male, age around 28 to 30. Mood is neutral. The action of my story is a rescue operation. One afternoon, Captain Neil Datta got a call from commanding officer that some terrorists have captured civilians and they are creating terror in the area. So they had to go for operation. Neil Datta with his subordinate went on the operation. They planned well and then then surrounded the terrorists from all sides and made announcement to surrender them. Finding surrounded from all sides, terrorists gave up and surrendered themselves. The civilians were rescued safely and terrorists were handled to the army police and later he was appreciated for his efforts. He was happy to carry out a successful operation. Thank you.
Good evening, gentlemen. In the picture shown to us, I have perceived two characters. All are males. The age group is between 24 to 26-year-old. Both are in positive moods. The action of my story is pursuing their dreams. Ram and his friend both are preparing for the Uttar Pradesh police. And after the very hard work, they cracked the exam in the very first time. And they also cracked the physical and they also clear the medical examination of medical test. After that, they win the training and they learn all the skills required for the job. And they also practice ambush firing. And after 2 years of hard work and the training, they commission at the sub-inspector in the Uttar Pradesh police. Thank you.
Good evening, gentlemen. From the picture I perceive there are two characters. Both are male. One is of 26 years and another is 22 years. Both are in positive mood. The action of my story is cordon of the area. Mohit is a 26-year-old captain posted in 31 RR in Pampur region as a Alpha Company commander. One day the CO got the intel from
Mayank.
his sources that
Mayank,
yes sir.
repeat your story again. Energy ke saath. I don't see that energy. Start.
Okay. Good evening, gentlemen. From the picture I perceive there are two characters. Both are male of age 26 and 20.
Again.
Good evening, gentlemen. From the picture I perceive there are two characters. Both are male of age 26 years and 22 years. Both are in positive mood. The action of my story is cordon of the area. Mohit is a 26-year-old captain posted in 31 RR as Alpha Company commander. One day, CO got human intel from the sources that three militants are hiding in a village in Pampur region. The CO called the
Again.
company command.
Again.
Okay. Good evening, gentlemen. From the picture I perceive there are two characters of age 26 and 22. Both are males. Both are in positive mood. The action of my story is cordon of the area. Mohit is a 26-year-old captain posted in 31 RR as Alpha Company commander. One day, the CO got intel from the sources that three militants are hiding in a village in Pampur region. The CO asked them Mohit to carry out the operation to carry out the operation. The Mohit took his team to the village and cordon of the area. After several announcements on the speaker, he asked them to surrender. After some time, the militants dropped their weapons and come out of the house with their heads behind the neck. Thank you.
Good evening, gentlemen. The picture I pursued, I have seen two male characters, age group between 25 to 30. Mood is neutral, and my action of the story is a war situation. Captain Mohit Pandey 25, who got an information from his informers that the enemies from the neighboring country are going to plan a big attack in the Pulwama district. So he made his team ready and and set themselves behind the trees in a camouflage uniform. When they saw that suspicious movement of the enemies, they took a shot on them, and after a tough fight, they terminated all the enemies. Like this, they made the place safe for the people and collected the information from the enemies and uh, and uh, and take them into the custody. Thank you.
Okay, gentlemen, through this picture, I perceive two characters, both male, mood positive, age 26 years old. Action of my story is saving tigress, rescuing tigress from and its cubs and her cubs and giving her some medical treatment. Ravi, a 25-year-old, who I got selected in Forest Guard as an officer. He was posted in Dudhwa National Park. One fine day, he got to know from the sources that there was a tigress which was anyhow injured and needs a medical emergency. So Ravi, along with his colleague Sukesh, went there. Before that, they took a motor vehicle in which and also a Mahawat with the Hathi, a Mahawat with the elephant. When they went there, they tranquilized her and come out from the elephant ride, and after it gave her treatment. They took her to the veterinary doctor and saw that she was pregnant. So they took her through the motor vehicle, and after few time, he gave birth to two cubs, and all were healthy. Through his intelligence, he saved the tiger. Thank you very much.
Friends, from the picture we are
Clearly
getting that
showing
some
First of all,
gentlemen
in
wrote
the picture we have seen that there are
majority of
women.
us has received that yes, gentlemen, the majority of
We
us
all
think that there is some operation going on.
perception of their mood.
Majority
We have taken the different moods, so we have perception of mood first.
So we can see that there are two candidates.
We can attack the enemy and
All of them are dressed very well.
I agree with you.
They are
Abhishek, I
trained
agree.
soldiers.
They are two infiltration.
From
That
this
is
picture, I have
infiltration
seen
So they're
two
going for
soldiers.
they're going for some operation.
First of all, I think that
It's an army operation, so but we have taken the different moods of the person. So we first of all about clear perception of about their moods. We can take that in operation an army person
Saying that
mood of the army persons are positive.
both are like trained soldiers.
both are positive in mood.
They are going for the any operation.
Action plan will be captured
That is going on.
Positive mood and they are going for an attack.
They are in that we can notice here is that
they are going for an
They both are in a forest area to neutralize some enemy.
forest area is very important.
Both of them are waiting for someone.
Army person should have a positive mood, so we cannot take it as a neutral mood.
Chaudhary said we should Rashtriya Rifles.
Means that attack in the night time. We cannot ignore
and
focus on the
not alert.
You should
Let's come to the action of the story and it can be
The story is very clear that the army persons are going to attack some terrorists. They have got intelligence
We should
from
consider
his
with Abhay Sarkar that they were the army person. Should go with the attacking on enemies.
we should make clear that they are
and they have
clear from the picture that there is infiltration and they want to see soldiers. They have to avoid the infiltration, so they are going there.
But if we take that they are the forest guard, but here in the picture the gun we have seen
Precise to our result.
advanced gun, so we cannot take that they are the forest guard. So we can take seeing the gun as they are the army persons.
I think now it is clear that we have covered the terrorist attack. Gentlemen, I think it is clear that we have covered.
We all have a same story.
Most of us
Let's
believe that
conclude as soon as possible.
Most of us think that they have covered this operation.
gentlemen we are about to go ahead.
Attack.
Yes, gentlemen. So
we all agree that
have perception that they are the army
all
missions and they are going to
everyone and we can
some terrorist base in the positive mode.
in the village, and they are killing them
Recite the theme.
in the front
They
of
are
the
doing.
village.
Okay, guys,
They are
recite the theme. What they are doing.
listen
Listen to me.
Sorry, we can write it as
One by one.
there has
Listen to
to
me.
be
One by one.
let's
thinking that
Go one by one so that we can
stories are
decide the theme.
similar.
It is very clear that they are congruent.
only. So don't mess
Gentlemen,
it.
now
Don't
I
create a mess up
guys,
over
everything
there. He's
majority
telling something very important.
Okay.
Give chance to him also.
That any army exercise is going on.
and there are two army personals
See,
who are
guys.
going for
Okay, okay.
operations.
We can take them as any army exercise is going on.
I think everybody's story was similar.
Yes.
We just don't waste our time
Before
and
the
let somebody
attack,
to
they
narrate our story.
before the attack, the army person got the intelligence from his higher authority, and so that they organized the arms and ammunition, made a plan,
We're focusing on that as well.
attack.
Attack,
Attack, they neutralizes
was in
the
Poonch area.
base,
These
and
stories
also
were quite similar.
all the
So I think we should just
set their arms and ammunitions and return it to the
who will
base.
narrate
they
our
are
story.
utilizing the terrorist.
Neutralize all
I
the
think
Naxalis
So
or
we should
Dimri-
think we should take this theme as the
We should take it on
Can
the
take
strengthening
them
of the
as
terrorists, not
as
which
a
is relevant.
Dimri stories are very
Okay.
listic.
because the
Yes,
army
friends,
should
stick.
With this story.
It was the war zone in a jungle area.
What are they doing there?
Can we collect all the
Problem.
points?
It is very
We can
clear
take
that it
it,
is the jungle
we can
area.
take it as a jungle area, no doubt about that.
It's
It
gone.
is a jungle area.
Yes, there were
Looks
trees
like
over there.
they are going
and also we
upon
can
It looks like
Guys, I think to be precise,
jungle.
as most of the
It
members
looks
have a
like
same story,
it looks like a
and
garden.
Dimri considered our
It can be an
story.
apple garden.
doesn't look
It
like a
can be an
garden.
apple garden.
Sarkar, can you please
As garden because there are very big trees
Cannot be
and
garden because they are
Can we
attacking
collect all the
the
points?
is
jungle
shown
area.
there.
I think we had
Very
discussed all
We've already made a
border
story.
areas.
Can we collect
the
all the
land.
points?
It looks like a
Actually,
garden.
Aman,
You can clearly see that there is no grass.
Conclude our story.
friends, one thing
The forest area you can see
Explain all the
like a garden.
So,
it was
so
a
we
night
must take it as the forest area.
they were not allowed.
Okay,
They attacked completely.
That is a forest area, and we have to avoid that terrorist attack in the forest area. The infiltrators are in the forest.
Responsible guy, let him narrate.
Okay, gentlemen, I don't understand what is the problem. Why are you guys fighting? What is this, guys? Say, gentlemen. No? Your story is still hanging there only. It's not moving forward. I don't know what is the problem. Okay, let me divide group into two. Group one: Suryansh, Vivek, Dinesh, Himanshu Singh, Aman, Vijender Singh, Adarsh Tiwari, and Dimri and Abhishek are in group one, and rest of are in group two. Okay, group one, please start your discussion.
Friends, from the picture which
Guys,
is on
please
the
listen.
There was an
the
infiltration.
common theme that some insurgency operation were going on
As a positive note.
between the soldiers
We can collect
and
points
Naxalites
from one by one.
in this particular area.
Please,
We can take
gentlemen,
that
Take
as a
points
common
from
theme.
everyone.
One person
Please,
is speak.
we can speak one by one.
So now we can take the points
Yeah,
that
okay.
Aman said that they are a nationalist and
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
there is a forest area. So we can take this as a
Yes.
nationalist and there is a forest area.
Friends,
Then after walking some distance in the jungle,
friends,
they
rather
took a
than
cover,
putting it as
they took a
Naxalists, we
cover
can
and
put
made
it
a
as
proper plan
enemy as
to
well.
neutralize the Naxalites so that they can be safe in that jungle.
I agree with
And they
Abhishek.
made a
We can
proper
take it.
plan.
Yes,
We
I
can
am
take
also
it
agree
as an
with
enemy.
Aman.
An
All
enemy.
the Naxalites.
And friends, if Naxalites are there, there will be they will be present within the India.
I agree with you,
Let's
Abhishek.
not
We
make
can
it
take
as a
them as
negative.
enemy.
Enemy will be present outside the country, and they are just trying to enter the borders. But when we get
Yeah,
the
I agree
intelligence
with
report,
Now
we
it is
can
clear that
stop
the
Yes, I am
infiltration.
also agree
Yeah,
with you.
by
from
the
the
enemy.
picture, but we are clearly getting that some jungle area over
They are
there.
trying
Yeah,
to infiltrate.
definitely,
Some
Aman.
jungle
I
area over
agree your
there.
point.
Complete
You
jungle
have a
In that
very
area.
jungle
valid
area,
point.
I agree with
And
Aman.
these
Let it
we have
consider as a
seen
border
points are
area.
clear
our
that
jawans were lost
present at the border
patrolling in the
places
night
as well.
time.
For example,
Critical area.
At this
northeast
time,
region.
As a neutral mode.
they find that
We
some
can take the mode as
Naxalites
a
were
neutral.
sitting in the base camp, and they made a proper plan to neutralize
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, Aman,
Yes,
Aman,
yes,
one
yes.
thing that I want to
Yes,
I want to
exactly.
add to your opinion. When the army
Yeah,
attacks,
Dimri
we
is
will
right.
not make the plan. It will be pre-discussed well before everything will be planned, because army
I
is
think-
already
I think-
ready to attack. So
I think the
it
company
is already
commander will brief
pre-discussed.
everyone
Once
on
we
this
get
topic.
the report from the intelligence unit, we will rush there and we will immediately launch an offense, and we will destroy them completely without giving them chance to escape. and the enemy
So
will
yes,
be
this is a
surprised
covert
completely.
operation,
Yeah,
Abhishek.
correct.
So we can.
Yeah, correct.
I agree with you,
Abhishek.
Abhishek,
Yes,
and
But
yes,
they were
Abhishek,
planning
you are
Thank
right.
you
to
so
that
much.
particular
they will
situation.
cordon the area.
That how they can
They will
react on that
search
particular
the
situation.
enemy, and
How
they
they can
will.
implement the.
Like
Okay. Now, group two, please start your discussion from where the people left. Start.
Okay,
Gentlemen,
guys.
as group
According
one
to
had
their
decided
discussion,
that
listen
it's
to me
an
first.
CICT operation
They were in a
CICT
jungle
operation
area.
and they have lost the hit.
We should continue from
Yes,
there
it is the
that
jungle area
they
and
are
it is a
already present
counter-insurgency
in the.
attack.
So they
So first of all,
identify
we
the
take that
village.
they got an intelligence report.
Gentlemen,
So immediately they started planning for the attack,
Abhay Sarkar is already
gathered arms
decided.
and
Yeah, I'm agree with
ammunitions,
Abhay Sarkar that.
mobilized
Abhay Sarkar
and
already
mobilized
decided
all
that
his
it's an
team members
CICT
and set out for
operation.
the attack. And after the attack, they captured all the arms and ammunitions of the terrorists and captured terrorists and returned back to the base.
Okay, I'm agree with Abhay Sarkar.
Also, we
There is
can
one more thing that.
we can add some points here.
As the company commander made announcements on speaker
See,
that
guys, there is one more
they
thing
did
that
not
I
have
don't
an
think
air
that.
option
See, gentlemen,
as
there
they
is
have
one
been
more thing
surrendered
that
already.
I don't consider that we should edit the training part over there. That they were training over there. I think we should be precise. We should be precise to the
I
story.
agree with Naval.
But
Yes,
for an
that
immediate
actually
attack,
training
there is not
because
much
there are many
time.
terrorists.
There is not much time on the army persons.
Okay,
They
guys,
have to
I think
immediately take actions.
I think group 1 and 2 has arrived to a common story. Now we should discuss on only to who will be the one who narrate the story. I think everybody's story was
Can
similar.
deliver the group
Yes.
story. I think
Yes.
can deliver the group story.
Let's sum up first story. Like we have made the story. They
We
are
should summarize the points first.
Friends, what we can make is
they
we
are
can
operational
collaborate.
to neutralizing the
Sir has not
insurgency
given the
in
permission
the
for
forest
group
area
one.
itself.
everyone has the
I am
same points,
agree.
gentlemen.
I wanted to make
Everyone
Dimri
has
as my
the
group
same
leader.
points, gentlemen.
Those who all agree with me, please say that Dimri will be the our group leader. I think his vocabulary skills are good, so he can narrate our story in a better way.
It is the chance for group two. Group one cannot enter the premises.
Yeah, correct.
Yes, yes.
Actually, it was the. See, Abhishek, it was the
let's wait
story
for
based
the-
on group 2 and group 1. We are all discussing on the same story. So I think Dimri will be the Dimri will be the good leader for that. His vocabulary
Naval.
skills are very good.
Gentlemen,
Naval.
I think we
Naval.
Yes, sir.
must ask to group one as well.
Gentlemen, did I give permission to speak for the group one? Did I ask anyone to speak from group one? Naval, 20 push-ups.
Yes, sir.
And who all spoke from group one? Raise your hand. Okay, wait, Naval, wait.
Okay, sir.
Okay, everyone discuss and 30 seconds. Give me who is your group leader. Start.
Friends, what we can make is we can
Can we
collaborate
recollect
both
all the
on
points?
the stories.
We can
That's
came
all.
upon
Whatever you have
I guess
said,
It's an
Abhishek,
CICT
Abhay
operation
Sarkar has
and
told
the
that
summarized well.
company
they
commander
will
has
capture
launched
it
the
and whatever
operation and
ammunition will be there.
Stories.
Let's
Let's
share
made the terrorists surrender.
recollect all the
We
points.
can take that.
Can we recollect all the points?
All the points.
Yes, Aman.
Yes, Aman.
See, guys,
One by one, we should mobilize all the points
Similar stories. Let's
Yeah.
move forward
to
Friends,
come
we
to
will
a common
collect
story. As our theme is
We
almost
all have
same,
all
similar
the points. I will
Yeah.
and points are also same.
Majority of
Gentlemen,
the
complete
made the
story.
common story.
Come on,
I'm in vote
I
for
guess-
Dimri
I
to
guess,
suggest our
common
story.
Yeah,
I guess
we can take up the common
uh,
story as
Any other leader to
I guess
suggest?
Abhishek is
capturing the
summarizing
forward
So
well.
friends,
post.
if you
In the
all
group,
are
everyone
agree,
satisfied.
if
We
you
can
all are
nominate
agree,
Abhishek
would you
to
like to
deliver
narrate
the
the common
group
story?
Are you guys all agree with?
Okay, tell me who's your group leader. Tell me who's
I
your
think
group leader.
Dimri will be, sir.
Aman, sir.
Okay, all agree with Dimri
Yes.
Dimri, sir.
or Aman? Who agree with the Aman? Okay, who all agree with Dimri? Okay, Dimri, give the group story.
Thank you, gentlemen, for giving me this opportunity to describe the common story. Should I proceed, sir?
Please.
Thank you, sir. From the picture, we all have perceived that there are two characters. This is an insurgent area where a group of Naxalites have been spotted. their company commander has received an information that there will soon be an attack. So he has prepared appropriately and he has taken cover in the forested jungles and are waiting for an appropriate moment. Thank you, sir.
ये क्या स्टोरी दोबारा बताओ यार, क्या ये खत्म नहीं हो गई शुरू होने से पहले? Not able to collect points.
Sir, I'll try once again, sir.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you, gentlemen, for giving me this opportunity to describe the common story. From the given picture, we all have perceived that this is a scenario where Naxalites and insurgents have been spotted once again.
Demri,
Upon receiving the information,
Demri, leave it here. You're not saying the number of characters, the age, their mood, and gender. Okay, so leave it. Okay, Aman, give the group story. You always.
Thank you, gentlemen, for providing me the opportunity to narrate the common story. Shall I proceed, sir?
Proceed.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, gentlemen. I have perceived two male characters from the picture which is shown to us. Their age is between 20 to 30 years. Mood is positive, and action of my story is counter insurgency operation. My story goes like this: Vikas was a SI in CRPF and posted in Jammu J&K area, where one day he was asked to do patrolling in the jungle areas. Then he left the base camp for the patrolling. After walking some distance, he with his team found that some militants were sitting in the camp. So they made a proper plan and took a cover for a time for making a plan, and so that they can neutralize all the militants who were sitting there. After some time, they neutralized all the militants and contacted to higher officials and given the all information about that incident. After some time, that they again came back to their base camp. Thank you.
Okay, so was the story or group story?
It was the group story, sir.
It was group story.
Group story, sir.
Group story, sir.
Story, sir.
Okay, so guys, be careful when you select your leader, because your leader will narrate, representation of your group. So be careful when you select your leader. Well, Karthik, give the group story.
From the picture